Good morning everyone and welcome to Saturday morning's live show. As you can see, perfect light this morning, as I told you, as I promised you. Weather this morning is a little bit nippy, 1 degree, and as you can see we've got the old fog again. Now something I'm trialling this morning, and it's not always been well received, but obviously with more subscribers now I want to try it, because you do see more of what's going on in landscape than you do portrait. So we're going to give it a go this morning, see how it goes. It either goes one way or the other, doesn't it really? But I do think once we get over the fields and what have you, you do see a lot more in this mode. So wait and see what the viewing's like. If anyone's got any comments. Today, going out in just under an hour. Got to shoot to Tesco's, get some fresh bread, get a couple of bits, and then James has a football match. It's a late kick-off today, which, as I was saying to you yesterday, is just a nuisance, because the places we've got to go to is about 3/4 of an hour away, so it just kills the complete day with a late kick-off. But that's life sometimes. It doesn't happen that often, fortunately, during the season, so when it does happen it's annoying, but it's not every day. So we are going to do the field walk this morning. We'll just have to see whether I have to curtail it or not, time-wise, with which one we do. We'll see how we're getting on. Good news this morning, the hip seems to be all right. Azra, come on. Come on. The hip seems to be all right. I'm just going to check this video live stroll is working. Yeah, it seems to be, so that's good. Go on, Azra. Go on, lead on. So I don't know what people think about the landscape as opposed to portrait. I far prefer landscape. I've always said that with photos as well as videos, so see what people think. Honest opinions. Come on, Azra. And it does sit a little bit better with the stabilisation on the mount as well, I think. But either or works, it's just what people think, people want. Leave comments in the chat. That'll be good. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to see all the chats in landscape, that is the one thing, so I'll have to keep an eye on my other phone. What I will say, guys, is it is quite misty this morning, much like yesterday. Yesterday started off in exactly the same way. And flipping chilly. So once we get through here, it will be across the car park into, I think it is called Vicarage Close actually, I can never remember. And then we are then out over into the fields. So bear with it, it'll be worth it. And then tomorrow, health permitting, we'll do a long stroll. Don't know where yet. Haven't thought about it. Whether we'll go out the village for the first time tomorrow. Now we're getting the light from about 6 o'clock. It does give me a few other options before the clocks change again next weekend. Also, what people say is there's a lot of influencers, there you go, get my words out, that do go in portrait. And it's more the people that want to give sort of detail that do it in landscape. Is that a thing? I don't know. I heard it the other day, and I thought, well, I sort of get what you mean, but surely you can be a info person in portrait as well, not just landscape. But that's what they said. Who am I to argue with the internet, eh? Lots of people don't clear up after their dogs. It drives me nuts. Anyway, this is the car park. We are making our way across it towards the fields and the countryside. We are very, very lucky. We have such lovely sort of walks and strolls just around the village, to be honest. For those that have been with me before, hopefully you'll realise where we are. Now it's beginning to get light in the mornings. You can remember things from last year, possibly. But as I say, we're now about a minute or two away from the fields. If you were with me yesterday morning, I was brave. I walked over there, not this particular section of it, but a little bit further along, in the dark, although it was sort of getting light. So I don't worry about my own safety. I don't even worry about Azra's safety. But you just don't want to have a situation where you're over there and you run into potentially a wrong one or something like that. And I think that's the point I'm making. It's just not worth putting yourself in that situation. Yes, it can happen anytime, in anywhere, but you're less likely in a residential setup than you are in secluded walkways, shall we say. Go on, Azra. Azra enjoys these country walks. It's far better for her, I think. She's a little bit more loose, but she can sort of run around a little bit. I fully expect her to go to the loo sooner rather than later. Over here, because she always does. Come on, Azra, come. And here we are, we're coming out into the rather misted over fields. Hope this sort of clears quite quickly, although you could still play football, certainly here anyway. This is one end of the pitch just coming up, and you can easily see the other end. I say easily, just about. What am I talking about? It's down there, you can see it. Come on, Azra. So what do people think? Has people got an opinion about portrait or landscape? I do prefer landscape, but I understand how the internet works, and sort of portrait sometimes is what people prefer. I'd far prefer to be able to rest my phone in landscape mode than portrait, but that's my opinion. My opinion doesn't count. It's what people want out of viewing. As I say, I think in landscape you see so much more. And I think when I do the lives when we were in Mallorca, which will be just over a week, I will be doing it like this because you will see so much more. I'm probably going to take the Osmo 6, the what's the word, gimbal, because when you hold it with your hand like this all the time, your arm gets really tired. If you can hold it more like that, it's a bit more comfortable, isn't it? And you can swap as well. That's the other thing when I tested it with Azra the other morning, because I've got her in the other hand. You can't swap, can you, really? So, what is the time? 20 past midday. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to go through the woods. So, yeah, we're going to get all that as well this morning. I would have lost my bet, guys, if I'd have made a bet with you about her going to the loo, because normally she's done it way back there. So whether she went in the garden this morning, maybe she was desperate, who knows? But she was out there a while, to be fair, so doesn't shock me. We only make sportsman's bets on this channel anyway, so I lose nothing more than pride. Come on, Azra. It's like a horse as she goes past. Morning. Yeah, you? Good. Very well behaved dog there as well. Makes a change over here, to be fair. I reckon he's teasing it with the ball. But this is one thing, guys, when you're out that bit later, you see more people. But most people are all right. Get the odd person that doesn't do what they should do with their dog. But that's life, isn't it? So, go on. Good girl. So viewing is a bit quiet this morning. Whether that is the landscape portrait issue, I don't know, because Saturdays and Sundays are usually busy days, so I don't know at the minute. Morning. Azra wanted to go for a jog with the jogger and the other dog. But this is what I say, if you meet people when you're out and about that nice, polite, it makes it feel so much better, doesn't it? Rather than people just ignoring you, and drives me nuts. But anyway, I say I'm not sure about this experiment with the landscape and portrait. I can only tell you my preferences, but ultimately the channel is not just for me, it's for you guys as well. So just let us know what you think. We can go back to portrait tomorrow, but I will be doing the lives in landscape when we're in Mallorca, and the reason I'll be doing that is because they'll be helping with the vlog series as well at times, so I have to do it like that because it's how it comes out. So that is that. But at least it'll be a different place, and I still stand by what I say. You see so much more, I think, like this. But whatever works for people. What is whatever. So this is so much better at the minute. I mean, it is well and truly trodden down, but I've got the bark chippings, and I don't know how long they'll come along with it. Maybe probably not this end, but it is usually this end that gets more boggy. They could do with it up either end. The middle's sheltered, so it's not so bad. But again, my humble opinion. Azra knows where we're going. What do we do, Azra? Should we got 15 minutes. 15 minutes? 35 minutes. Let's do it. Let's go the long way. Let's be brave. Bit of an extension this morning, guys. So by doing this, guys, we're going to be cut back across the field and then across the A10 and then round, so we sort of cut out the wooded area that you usually would see. Morning. Come on, come on. And that is all she wants to do, guys. In most cases, when she gets excited, is just have a quick chat with the dog. That's it. But sometimes she comes across as rather overzealous, and this is the net result. So we've got a few more people joining up now. Not many. Quiet morning. But let me know what you think about this portrait in landscape whilst we've got a few more people on. I like landscape. You see more of what's going on. But the internet sort of says portrait is better. Portrait is for the influencers among us. The landscape is for the information givers, apparently. Who knows? All I know is I prefer landscape, but it's what people like. Now, it looks like he's done a lot of cutting here because you can actually see the path across the field, which I couldn't do the last time we were here. It was so overgrown. We have had some decent weather over the last couple of weeks, sun and heat-wise. Sort of not a bit warmer than early spring should be, and of course spring hasn't actually sprung yet. This time next week will be when spring officially springs. Clocks change next Sunday morning for those in the UK. Well, I imagine it's places that do around the world change as well, don't they? Not everywhere. I know there are some places that don't, but here in the UK, clocks will spring forward an hour at 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. So you will lose an hour next Sunday. Remember, I will remember, because that's when we're going to be going to the airport. And I need to be very switched on with losing an hour with an aeroplane to catch. Come on, Azra. What I may not have told you guys is we've actually booked a hotel. Now, I wouldn't have done it normally when we have got to be at the airport at 3 a.m. But I had a voucher for Travelodge after a bad experience at Farringdon Travelodge when we went to Euro Disney. And I just said to Julia, would you rather be sort of 5-10 minutes away or 40-45 minutes away? Especially at that time in the morning. I think it's a no-brainer. And we can get there on the sort of Saturday sort of afternoon, early evening, have something to eat, chill out, and then you're sort of ready to go, aren't you, the following day. We paid for the valet parking, which means you pull up at the sort of lower car park area at Stansted. They take pictures of your car, take your keys, park it for you, return it when you come back. A little bit like going on a cruise. If you do the, is it the NCP parking? Can't remember. I don't know if that's what it's called. I think it's what it's called. I don't know if anyone saw in the news or if it even interests anyone, but Stansted this week put their drop-off and collection time from £7 to £10. Almost a 50% rise overnight. All for pulling into the car park, stopping, for a better phrase, is probably like 2 to 5 minutes tops, and then driving back out again. Well, I guarantee people are going to get their money's worth now, aren't they? They'll probably sit there and car watch or something. 10 quid? It's crazy. 7 quid was bad enough. Absolute madness. Someone said to me, oh, it must be because of the airlines and the fuel. The car parking has nothing to do with the airlines. They put their prices up too. So they're stinging you whichever way. They put in small writing. But you can drop your loved one off free of charge in the medium stay car park, and then they can get the bus. Well, that's all hassle, isn't it? It's hassle enough when you park your car in those car parks. You know, I don't get it. It's almost like they don't want you to go away. Right, so we're at the A10. With it being so foggy, we're listening for cars, which obviously I can hear clearly. Different if it's an electric one, wouldn't it? But we're across. Now, here is the wooded area where we come from. So now we're just going down. Come on, good girl. To Azra's agility training. Here she goes. She'll probably make a right meal of this, as she always does. Ugh. More of an effort for me. Oh dear. Anyway, so we're now heading towards where the allotments are. And then obviously to see our horsey friends. I don't expect to see any of our horsey friends this morning because of the fog, unless they're right by the fence. Azra, wait. Wait. So I've got some messages saying the screen isn't opening up fully, so I don't understand what's going on there, as it is in landscape mode. And what was the other thing that I just missed that I gave wrong information about? Oh yeah, CPS cruise parking. Should anyone be interested, that is what it is called. I haven't really asked what people's plans are today. I just saw the message pop up on the normal phone I'm using to record. So they do pop up, but they disappear very quickly. So if I'm not looking, I don't see, but I have got my other phone in my pocket, which I can see comments through. More to the point, I'm using that just to make sure the stream doesn't foul up like it did on Tuesday, which really, really annoyed me. Or imagine you are doing football as we're going together. Right, so the horses are nowhere to be seen there, and well and truly in the fog and the mist. Yeah, definitely can't see them this morning. Right, come on, Azra, let's go. Right, what is the time? Oh, it is really well with time because we've extended. I'm impressed with myself. Be home in about 10-15 minutes from here. And at the minute, I don't want to tempt it, but my hip is aching a little bit. Not a lot, not like it was yesterday. Oh my God, yesterday was absolutely killing me. This morning it isn't too bad. And that gives me a chance when I get home just to sit down for a few minutes before I go out again. Literally leaving at 7 o'clock. Just listening to the bird song there. I love it in the morning, it's very relaxing, I find. As I said earlier, it has been a quiet morning, guys, so for viewing, so it's one of them, isn't it? Whether it was just going to be a quiet morning, whether it is the landscape portrait, don't know. We'll try it again tomorrow in portrait. Whether we'll be in the village or we'll go somewhere else, I don't know, haven't thought that far yet. There's plenty of walks in the village that we can do, so we'll just see how we go. A few more people joining up, welcome. Doing it in landscape this morning, so just sort of seeing what people's opinions are, whether it's any good, whether you prefer it in portrait, whatever works for the community, I will do. Exercise ring closed. There you go, that's not bad, is it? All that before 7 o'clock. So this will take us back up to the high road where we sort of join up with where some of you may know from the live strolls during the week. Three options really, isn't it, for the long stroll? One is to come up this road, back across the A10 and through the next, come out in the other village and round the other side of this village. Number two is what we did last weekend, which was sort of up and down fields. I think that's what sort of has aggravated my hip, so I'm probably not going to count that as an option because I don't think I'm going to do it. And then number three is one we did a couple of Sundays ago, where it was rainy and wet and cold, and it wasn't very nice. So we've got three options, and I'll think about it. I don't think I want to leave the village for now. The other option is I could go up to Cambridge like we've done before and go up there. That is another option. It's not too far to go. Car parking, I know where to park for free before 8 o'clock. So, come on, Azra. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a think about it, and then we'll come up with a plan, guys. Get today out of the way first of all. Tomorrow morning is shaping up quite busy. The afternoon isn't. The afternoon will probably be doing a bit of pre-packing, as you don't get an awful lot of time during the week, do you? The sun is trying to burn through. You can see it's quite bright over to my left. So I don't think it'll be long before we get rid of this mist. But whilst it is still there, it just feels a bit horrible and damp in the air. Well, it is horrible and damp in the air. So as you can see, we're getting towards the end of this road now. We're now getting to the point where we reconnect with the high road, where some of you will know, and then we sort of continue home. We'll be home now in about 5 minutes or so. So we're doing very well for time. I don't know. I say we're doing really well for time. There we go. 22. Gonna have a quick sit down when I get home, and then we go again. Come on, Azra. I heard a dog, couldn't see it. Right, let's cross over before this car gets here, Azra. Come on. Pavement. Good girl. Remember what I was saying to you about not liking cars or anything bigger? You saw then. She was right on her haunches and on guard for that one. But I didn't have to tighten her up because it was far enough away that I think she didn't feel that worried by it. Anyway. She was looking for a doggy friend that lives in there. He's an old boy, a German Shepherd, who's deaf. So she can give it and he doesn't even know about it. Quite amusing. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap this one up. If you want to watch the replay, it will be on shortly. We had a nice country walk this morning. More people joined us, so we'll keep going for a little bit longer. I'm interested in people's opinions this morning about landscape and portrait. We're doing it in landscape this morning. What do people think? What do you prefer? Just an opinion. We'll be going now probably for about 5 minutes and then that's it. We do need to wrap it up. Azra is leading the way, as you can see. She is a rescue dog, as I was talking about a few moments ago. Cross between a Labrador and a Beagle. Labrador size, Beagle colours. Providing there's no cars coming from our right, we will go up here and then we will start to wrap this up. Go on, Azra, lead on. Lead on, come on. That is not bad, guys. It's 30, well, probably be home in about 40 minutes. That's a decent stroll we've done this morning. Not as far as what we do in the morning with the residential, and I need to look into that, see if we can somehow try and extend it a little bit just to make sure we get the 2 miles. I'll look into that. I do know of another little route we could do to sort of help. Azra, say goodbye to your followers. Good girl. Right, come on, lead on. Right, guys, have a lovely Saturday, what you up to, and we'll definitely be on tomorrow around 7 o'clock.